Hi, my name is Farhan Taghizadeh with New Mexico Facial Plastics. One of the questions that we've been asked is how much a facelift costs. There are three factors that usually determine what a facelift costs. The first is the cost of the facility where you're having your facelift done. The second is the relative cost of the anesthesia or the sedation that you're going to have throughout the procedure. And finally, the physician charges. Starting with the facility charges, most physicians either have a surgery center or they operate in a surgery center, and the costs of the surgery center vary depending on the market size. So oftentimes, if you're in a very large or very small market, you may have higher charges on the surgery side than being in a medium-sized market. Secondly, there's the cost of anesthesia. Regardless of whether that price is bundled into the procedure or it's separate, most patients require some degree of sedation or anesthesia to have the facelift, and you can expect those costs to be added to the procedure that's provided for you, or the procedure cost that's provided for you. Finally, the most important element of a cost of a facelift is the physician charges. Usually these charges are tied to the relative experience that a physician has and how busy they are within their relative market. So for example, if you have a physician who has a lot of experience doing facelifts and they've done many of them in the past, you may expect some slightly higher charges. Also, keep in mind that there's a seasonality to the charges that you're going to see. Oftentimes in the third quarter, which is the summer months, you're going to find better deals on facelifts than if you come in during the winter or the spring months. So if you really are looking for a good deal, go to the practice at a time of the year when they tend to see fewer patients, like in the summertime, and you're often going to see the physician charges be less. So in summary, there are three factors that go into how most physicians put together their charge sheets for facelift. The first is the charge of the surgical facility to have your procedure done. The second is the cost of anesthesia. And finally, the physician charges for the procedure. Now, in terms of how much a facelift cost, I've seen prices range from $6,000 to $35,000, depending on the location that the facelift is being done and the physician's practice. More important than the price, however, is the experience of the physician. And you should definitely keep in mind that the prices you're going to see are going to reflect those three factors that we discussed and the relative experience of the physician that you're meeting with.